All right, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to properly, safely, and effectively do the 2-arm kettlebell swing and why you should be incorporating it into your training routine. You see, the kettlebell swing, the 2-arm kettlebell swing is the ultimate athlete builder, strength builder, fat burner, total body exercise all in one single training tool. That's why I started doing it. And that's why I think you should start incorporating it. If you want to burn fat, get stronger, just be your best overall, all right? And it's easy to do once you learn it safely and correctly. That's why I'm going to show you here. So I go over the deadlift, how to build up on the deadlift. That's another video. Check that out after this. But once you have the deadlift down, you know how to stand up tall and power breathe, glutes, quads, everything's locked. Then you go on to the 2-arm kettlebell swing, all right? So the next thing you want to do once you do have the deadlift down is setup, all right? I have 5 parts to my kettlebell swing video today that I want to show you and how to break those down and how to set those up and put them back together. So the setup is important because if you don't set up right, the ball is going to be flying around in the air and you don't know how to, and it's hard to correct yourself. In other words, you don't want to correct yourself while it's in the air because then you can injure yourself, right? So set up, and then we have hike back. We'll show you how to do that. Explode and stand up tall. That's where the deadlift portion comes in. And then we're going to have enjoy the float at the top, wait, and then we have reload. And of course, the whole time you're breathing, power breathing, right? So first thing we're going to set up is we're going to do the setup. All right, so bowels here, practice setting the bowel up. The bowel should be about a foot space away from the bowel, all right? Foot space, feet about hip width apart, toes slightly pointed out, okay? And then you're going to hinge down, just like in the deadlift, you're hinging, okay? We're not squatting, you're gonna hinge, okay? Use your hands here to give that crease in your hips. You hinge down, tilt the bell back here, and then you're set up here, and I want you to pretend like you're breaking the bell apart, like you're trying to bend it. That's going to pack your shoulders. That's going to gauge your lats here, and then you're all set up, all right? And you're going to hike it back, which is the next thing. Before you hike it back, though, you want to have air in through your nose, abs engaged, all right? You want your core engaged. Your abs are what's going to help the bell, help support your lower back while you're swinging that bell up and down, all right? Protect your lower back. So as you set it up, a foot space, hands here, hinge, bells here, pretend you're breaking the bell apart, pack the shoulders, air in, and then that's when you hike the bell back while keeping your hips low. Don't hike it back and come up. You're unloading the hips. You want to load the hips with that bell, all right? So you hinge, bells here, tilt it back, and then as you hike it back, your hips are low. It should go just like this, right back here. Bell should be right back here. If you need to adjust your feet, you can adjust your feet. Hike back, okay? Hike back, all while looking neutral neck, straight ahead. Okay, get that hike back down. That's the most important part on this next setup part is the hike back. Because if you don't hike it back correctly, you're not going to load the hips and load the bell enough to generate that power to explode the bell up. Okay, it's an explosive exercise. So, after your hike back, you're going to explode. Okay, so practice a couple hike backs, 5 hike backs, set up. 1, reset, 2, 3, 4, get that hike back down, 5. All right, next we have explode and stand up tall. That's where the deadlift portion comes in. So, just like in the deadlift, except the bell's in front of you instead of at your heels. And again, if you haven't seen the video, check that out after this. Check this out first. You grab it, stand up tall. And because I'm standing up tall and exploding, the bell's going to go forward. It's going to propel forward. Propel forward. Okay? Because you're generating that power and standing up tall. That's what you're doing. When you stand up tall, you're firing, glutes are locked, quads are locked, legs are locked, bell's floating in the air, and you're exploding the bell, generating that force to float the bell upward, all right? That's the stand-up portion, okay? Looks like this. So we go sit up, hike back, and then we hike it back and explode up tall, and the bell should naturally float up, right? Looks like this. Sit up, hike back, stand up tall. All right, practice a couple of those. These are dead stop swings. Hike it back. Again, hike it back, stand up tall. Again. Watch every time as I reload, pack my shoulders, reset, do it again. Hike back. Always set it down safely. All right, that is the explode and stand up tall part of the bell, okay? So that's step 3. Step 4 is going to be enjoying the float. All right, so what you're gonna do, a lot of people run into this issue. I did at first. It's perfectly normal, but I want you to learn it the right way, so that's why I'm telling you it right now. So what I mean by enjoy the float, it's once you generate that power, that bell's floating up, it's literally floating in the air. You're already given enough power, the energy is done just by standing up tall, and the bell is floating up, and it's gonna come down. That's enjoy the float. Don't try to pull it down, don't try to lift it higher. About eye level is all you need to go. All right, enjoy that float. Enjoy the float. That can be your break. It's the break, the only break you're gonna get on the swing. And you wait. What I mean by wait is when the bell's on the way down, wait to hinge back down and reload the bell. All right, so wait until those forearms are right by your sides, and then you, boom, reload it again. Okay, floats up, wait. All the while you're waiting, you're standing in a tall plank, quads are locked, glutes are locked, bell's floating in the air, okay? And it's coming down, and you're gonna breathe in through your nose, a little bit air, not a deep breath, because if you breathe deep breath, what happens? It relaxes your abs, it relaxes your core. You want that core braced and tight. So as it floats down, 1 or 2 sniffs through the nose, just to get the air in that you need on the way down. That should tighten your core as you breathe it in. If it relaxes your core, you're breathing in too much, so air through the nose. And then wait until those forearms are right by your sides, and at the last minute, boom, you load it back, all right? And then, again, float, down, load, up, breathe, up, float, breathe, up, float, reload, all right? So it's helpful to practice the shadow swings, meaning no bell, just like I just did, to get that timing down, because when you're in the air trying to correct that timing, it's already too late. You don't want to put yourself into that compromised position where you could injure yourself if you don't have this timing down yet. So you want to focus on this. You can do your swings, just single reps, but I want you to focus first on getting that bell or getting that timing down before you add the bell. So, setup. So this is how we do that, okay? You hinge down, the setup, the hike back without the bell. Okay, what do? Hike, okay? Breathing in, still, abs tight. And what we explode like we have a bell in our hands. Here's the bell, here's the float. All right, wait for it, air in. Wait till the forearm touch your sides. Load. Just like I was just showing you. Load. All right. The reason you're waiting, safety. First and foremost, safety. This is how people injure themselves with the swing. They don't wait. They hinge too soon. What happens when you hinge too soon? The bell's coming down. I'm hinging before my forearms are here. I'm leaning forward. What happens to the weight? Where does that weight have to go? Boom. Lower back takes it. That's how you injure yourself when you're doing a kettlebell swing. All right. So this is what I want you to remember. You have a triangle here, okay, between your knees and your pelvis here, all right? So triangle. You want that bowel coming into the triangle above the knees. The only way to do that is if you wait. Wait, be patient to hinge back before or until those forearms are right here. As you can see, boom. Okay? Bell's coming in my above my knees, and I load it back. Up, wait for it, and then bell's coming in above my knees, all right? So the main thing is to wait and load the hips instead of putting that stress on the lower back. That's how you're going to stay injury-free from a kettlebell swing. That's how you're going to get a strong push to your chain, because you're loading your glutes, your hips. This is the power you want. You don't want it in your lower back. Your lower back's going to get stronger as you do these, but only if you do them correctly, all right? So core, brace, glutes, hip load, bell, boom. My hips, as you can see, they're loaded, and I power it up, all right? And then I reload the bell, and then I do it again. That's the kettlebell swing. Those are the things I want you to focus on doing each and every time you do the swing, all right? Focus, break it down, the setup, the hike back, the explode and stand tall. Again, you'll know how to do that if you watch when you go watch my deadlift demonstration video. You enjoy the float because all the power is already done. You wait. That's why it's in red. You wait until your forearms are right here. Boom, load it up, and repeat the process, okay? That's the reload part, and then the breathing. So the breathing, let me touch on the breathing. All right, so when you're breathing, you want to always make sure you have that timing down. The breathing is synced with the movement you're doing, meaning my breathing should be right as I explode the hips forward. That's simultaneous. I don't want you coming up and then breathing when the bell's already here. You want that power breathing. The reason it's called power breathing is because you're generating that power from your breath to generate that force, all right? So the first one is on the setup, okay? There's 3 power breaths here. So set up, air in, hold it, abs tight, or you can breathe in as you hike it back. You play with that. And then second breath, as I said, bell's floating, you explode it from the back, bell's floating up. And then third breath, as the bell comes down, make sure those abs are tight. All right, so it's synchronized breathing. Synchronized with your movement. All right, so breaking it down again, real quick on the breath. All right, so setting up. Okay, hiking back, breathing in. That's 1. Second breath, hike back, explode, breathe out, synchronized. That's 2. Then on the way back, we got them all together. So breathe in. Set it down safely. Always set that bell down safely. So some key things, lastly, to focus on while you're doing the swing. Arm positioning, your arms locked straight. You don't want them bent, because what happens if they're bent and the bell's coming back, it's going to lock that elbow. You could sprain your elbow. So we're going to avoid that. So from the beginning, keep your elbows nice and tight, straight. Hike it back. Elbows locked. Elbows straight, all right? Or arms straight. And then secondly, your positioning, part of the setup, is knees are below my hips, and my hips are below my shoulders. I don't want you level like this. That means your hips are too high. You need to come down a little bit. See the difference here? Hike back. It looks like it's gonna hurt my back, isn't it? Well, it probably will if I do that. I load. Strong position. Okay, knees below my hips, hips below my shoulders, shoulders lined up. So you should look like kind of like a little, it should go up and at an angle, all right? Then you load it up, hike it back, explode it up, all right? That's how you do the kettlebell swing, the 2-arm kettlebell swing. Again, it's gonna burn fat, get you stronger, full-on athlete builder. It is the key foundational exercise of the kettlebell swing. This is what all comes into place, all right? So practice this. Give yourself time. Break it down. Break down each of these moves. The setup, the hike back, the explode and stand tall. Again, check out my deadlift video on how to do that properly. You're standing up tall. Essentially, legs are quads are locked, glutes are locked, knees are locked. It's a standing plank, right? So I'm in a plank here. Okay, that's the tight plank. It's the same thing I'm doing when I'm standing up tall on the swing, all right? So explode and stand up tall, and then all the power is generated. You're already standing up tall. You enjoy the float. You maintain that high plank, standing tall position as the bell floats. You just let it float, okay? You're not using your arms, you're not using your shoulders. The power is already generated. You're letting it float and then float down. And then the breathing, it's on the way down, all right? Forearms by your sides. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Reload. Repeat. Repeat. And then always set the bell down safely to where it's motionless, and then you stand up. All right, so that's a kettlebell swing, guys. Reload and breathe is the last part, and repeat. So break it down into, like I said, the setup, the hike back, explode and stand tall. I would do, after you do the hike, got the hike back down, do some dead stop swings. What's a dead stop swing? All right, this is what it is. Hinge. Reset. All right, so you're dead stop swinging it. You break each swing into one single reps. Okay, so you can get the hike back, get that explosion, and reset. And until you get that float down, until you get the exploding, stand tall, all these first steps, I want you to do a dead stop swing, 3 to 5 reps, okay? With whatever bell you have, light bell, generally a 16 kilo, 35-pound bell, like I have here, is good to start with. I wouldn't go anything heavier if you're just starting out and learning these moves. Start with that, or a little bit lighter if that's all you have. And then after you get these 4 steps, then you're ready to reload and do it again. But get these 4 down first, and the breathing, power breathing, and then you're ready to reload and do multiple reps of swings safely. All right, so the first 4 are key. Last one is when you're ready after you get the first 4, and then you repeat and go on from there. All right, so that is the kettlebell swing, guys, the 2-arm kettlebell swing. I want you to do these swings, practice them, so that you feel so confident doing the swings that you could just set up. It's like second nature. You just set them up, you hike it back, you explode it up, and you do it. All right, and you know you're doing it right because you're watching this video and my other instructional videos. You put them all together. Deadlift video first, then this video, and then you go from there and build on your kettlebell foundation. We're building a strong foundation of smart, safe technique and skill that you can build upon, and then we put it all together into an actual training workout and things like that. So I want you to focus on doing these correctly, and just remember that while you're practicing, you're also gonna be getting a workout. Okay, I'm sweating here, just doing these swings for you. You're still gonna get a workout. You're just practicing, you're getting better, you're finding your skill, you're getting a good solid technique and building that foundation, guys. All right, so practice these. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment below. Any feedback that you need as you're doing these, love to help. So get going. Let's do these swings, all right? If you haven't checked out my deadlift video, check that out. If you have, check out my next video, next instructional video as we build upon these solid core kettlebell foundational exercises. The smart way, the safe way, so you can keep building upon that foundation. You can keep making progress, being consistent, which is key, getting stronger while burning fat, getting better every day. All right, that's the goal. So practice this. Have an awesome day. I'll see you on the next video. Let's get going, guys. Let's get this. Let's get this swing down. Let's do it. Let's do it together, guys. Have an awesome day.